Does proofing your loft stop rats? No, it doesn't, and I'm going to show you exactly why it doesn't. Let me just grab that off you, Rick. So I can see a little rat trail going up there because someone's been using poison. And right there, you can see the mesh, and you can see where the rat, it was a bit bleeding, look. It's gone over there, it's gone round the mesh and straight back down at the cavity walls. The biggest question is, how did they get up here? I'm always saying this to people on our consultation calls. You know, people are taking advantage of you. If people say to you, let's get rid of your loft insulation, let's spray it with germicides and all this to get rid of the scent trails, they're taking advantage of the fact that you're clutching at straws. It's not going to work, and this isn't going to work either, because the next thing they say to you, isn't it? Because you might have already gone through this. Oh, what we're going to do is we'll put wire mesh over the tops of all your cavity walls. But what are you actually accomplishing by doing that?
You're just blocking them in the walls.
They're still in the walls, they're still in the floor below, they're still in your kitchen floor. So what was the point of it? And then you spent thousands probably. I reckon this, I dread to think how much this has cost, but it was a pest controller, local to Walsall. It's a local one.
Yeah.
10-year rat problem. Let's solve this. Come on, Rick, 'cause it's freezing out there. We're actually going next door, and we can't get through the house, so we're gonna have to go down the side
Where the extensions are.
where the extension is. And as we're squeezing our way through here, look at this, Rick. I'll go past it. Look at this right here. And this is a long way away from our customers' rats. But bloody hell, it felt ratty down here to me, mate. Felt ratty. I can see all the little footprints in that.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's rats going straight in there, isn't it?
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
What's that in there?
It's a ducting vent, but they're going straight in there. So that person's just moved into this house just in December.
Wow.
And they haven't got a clue that they've just moved into a house that's full of rats.
Yeah.
What a shame. And look at all the insulation.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hear me on the mic, but all the insulation's there.
Wow. But the reason we was coming round here was because from our customer's lovely third floor extension, we noticed something out of the window, and we're going to show you what it is now.
There's another hole there.
Where, mate?
Isn't that hole there where that white piece of pipe is?
It might be. Oh, I can see loads of rat footprints.
Why do people do this? You could have put this all in a skip. Yeah. There's a rat hole there, I can see it already. Look where my foot is. There, where my foot's pointing. Oh, by the white gutter.
Oh,
down there, got close to you. There. There's a rat hole going underneath the slab. Is that a hole? No, it wasn't a hole, but that's a hole there.
But you can see where the rats are scurrying up here. Look, little rat footprints all up that, all the way across there. And I bet you, if we asked these customers, the owners, they'd say, "Oh no, we ain't got a problem." You know what? We might have to get into that manhole there as well.
You know what? I think this runs along here and goes under their house because it's in line. Look.
Yeah. And look in here, it's all like dropped and stuff. All the slabs on there. But this is what we saw. This is why we originally came round here. So let's have a look. So right down here, we spied this line here, going straight across, clear as a bell, look, isn't it, that rat run? And that goes through there. Where it goes, nobody knows, as our t-shirts say. But we shall find out. There's another part of the rat run here, look, going across there. Can you see that? Oh, yeah. Going across this way into here, and I think they're coming out of this wall here, look. So all underneath this is going to be infested, because this has gone on for 10 years for our client. 10 years. The beautiful, lovely Yasmin, the house is absolutely immaculate, beautiful house, and she's been terrorised by rats. She was saying to us how her husband was away and she ended up staring at the ceiling waiting for the next rat. You've seen what the local pest controllers have done. Come on, Walsall, you're better than this. We're black country boys, aren't we? Supposed to do a good job, a good honest day's work. Yeah, you've been ripping people off, ain't you arseholes? I'm sorry about the sound quality on that last one. We got some new mics today and we thought they were going to be brilliant. But if you're a podcaster or a YouTuber and you know the best microphone that we could get, because we're sick and tired of spending money on them, we thought this was the answer, but it seems it's not. But saying that, if this sounds good, it is. So I apologise for the first bit, but let's get on with the rest of the survey.
Right, so we were just talking about the rat trails that were going along here, and it's like, well, for the rats to be doing that, it's years and years of traffic, and we think they're coming underneath this slab. And the thing I was pointing at when the sound quality was pretty bad was this here, and what I think's going on, as you can see the claw prints underneath there, and if I get my phone under that,
Yeah.
hopefully you can see that. What I think is happening is the rats have tunnelled, because it's been going on for 10 years, they're tunnelling underneath all of this, and they're going in that hole that's in the cavity wall. They're getting into this cavity wall, then into Yasmin's house over there, where the sewer has issues on, and I think that's their food source, which would explain why that trail is so trodden down.
Yeah. These the rats of Warsaw, they like the quality buildings, so they're getting in shithole and they're going into the lovely hole.
Right, let's go and do the survey.
Right.
I've never understood why people do this when they build extensions. But after you've built an extension like this, you literally can't get anything in your house, in your back garden.
Yeah, but they've got an extra 3 foot. First manhole up. What do we see in here, Rick? Well, there's some lovely fresh droppings on that side. You can see on this right hand side here, just here, that's all clean, and you can see how dry that is. That's been dried by the rats' 30 bottoms. Let's get some cameras in. Let's see what we can find.
Ready?
What you found, Rick?
So we've been going down this pipe now. We've already found 2 problems. I'll show you the first problem. This is the second problem. This is the manhole that they had to have put in because when they built the extension, the council said that they needed access, which is kind of a good thing. But the truth is, it doesn't really look like they've done a great job because there's filth flies in here. They've all got. They've all gone now. There's loads of like drain flies which live on shit, and that hole there is big enough for a rat to get out of. I'll just put my second gloves on and I'll show you where we think, well, where the rats are coming out of. So we're going to go back. You might see something else in there.
Yeah, that benching's not great, is it? Around the bottom, look.
Yeah, it's not great. The manhole
You can see the top of the manhole up there.
Yeah, but that's not what I think. That's not what I think the problem is, because it looks all right. What I think the problem is this here, and it's so crazy, man. Like it could be something so simple, and these pest controllers charging extortionate amounts of money for proofing the cavities. I know we keep going on about the same thing, but it's just like, it's mind-blowing. I don't understand it. It's a bit like when you go to a garage and you don't know anything about cars, isn't it? And then they say, oh, your blinker fluids light's going to cost you 10 grand. It's like, it's the same thing. And I bet you America's just as bad, if not worse, than the UK for that. Yeah. Like all the technicians and stuff like that. Well, that's weird. We must have gone past it. Oh no,
there it is. That's quite a nice picture as well. So
the camera cleared up. So that there has been put into the top of the pipe, and I can guarantee if we ask our customer now, does she know about this? And I think she's going to say either no, or it got put in, or there was a drain in this. This used to be a garage here, and it's 3 meters. Well, let's put that on. 2.5 meters from here. I've got this out here, it's quite handy. 1 meter, 2 meter, and a half. You know what's funny? Put the camera up there. It's the outside of the building. So that would have been the drain in the garage. Because this used to be a garage, and then it was knocked down and extended outwards on the 2 sides here. So I think that is where the problem is. The rats are coming from the main sewer up here into this building, into the cavity. She hears them on that side of the building there. They're going through all the cavity, across, down, out the other side, and that's why that path that we're seeing is so trodden down, because they're coming from the main sewer like this, round, out, and
I bet you the only reason them rats are using that garden is because at the end of that trail, if we carried on and on and on, we'd probably find a bird feeder or something along those lines, or
a nest.
Or a nest, yeah, so it's a little bit more complicated than usual, but this is all kind of basic stuff, you know what I mean? 10 years.
I don't want to touch my phone.
I've got 10 years this has gone for. 10
and it's
years.
unnecessary 10 years, isn't it?
And you know, it's like we're so busy. This poor lady and her husband, they've had to wait, what, 2 months? 2 months for us before we could get out, and this is a local job.
Yeah.
So get on the waiting list send it. If you've got a problem that no one else can get rid of, all you need to do is send us an email saying, I'm interested in a rat-free lifetime guarantee. Send it with your name, address, phone number and postcode, and send it to help@pestinterceptors.co.uk, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Let's get the process started. You'll hear a lot about the process once you sent that email in. Right, so, where are we going to go next?
So now what we've got to do, we've pretty much done everything within 20 minutes, which is insane, and it's taken 10 years or 20 minutes. Weigh up your options. It's like, do you want to wait 10 years or 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go from here to the main sewer, and then second to that, we're going to survey the pipe that came in from the side, which is here. This was put in at the side of the foundation, which comes along here. Oh, you probably can't hear me, can you? Come along here, and then we've got this.
I mean, this is a
lovely classic expanding of foam. No idea why that's there, but this
desperation. That's what causes it.
Put in, and I believe it runs across there and it comes out on the side, and that's what that other manhole is. I don't think there's going to be anything wrong.
The other pipe, you mean? The other pipe in the manhole.
In the manhole, yeah. I don't think there's going to be anything whatsoever wrong with this pipe work.
I could just go and flush the toilet, I think, and see if it
well,
is.
we could just put the camera up it now.
Oh, true.
So let's do that.
What you found now, Rick? You're going to put me out of a job, mate.
So I can't remember whether we mentioned this or not, or it was just to the customer. This pipe here is 600 millimeters. So it's literally there.
Going off
and
there.
There's an old downspout that was there that's blocked, and they've put a new one in that goes into this eco drain, which comes out of that pipe there. Oh no, that pipe there, sorry. So that pipe comes across here, and that's what that is there.
Yeah. Now on this one, it's really lucky because if you think about it, luckily we've got another manhole at the end of the driveway, so we're going to put a flap in there as well. So the reason we're going to do that is because the rats go through the flaps because they need to get it for their food source, which is in the main sewer, which is in the main road. Okay, so what there's a risk of here, if we only put a flap in here, we'll be putting 2 flaps in here, maybe 3. We may put one in here, one there, because remember that the rats, you're getting them further away from your house. Every flap they go through, they're getting further and further away. But on this one, it's a bit strange that that's there, because what could happen, it'd be rare, but it could, and we have to think about those things when we're doing a rat-free lifetime guarantee, because we need to guarantee it. Now, what could happen is they could go out through the flaps of this manhole, go 600 mil down that way, and go back round that way, and all the way back round the flaps again. So on this one, it's kind of lucky that we've got another manhole 20 metres down there, and 10 metres down the bottom of the driveway, so we're going to put another couple of flaps in there, because if you're doing flaps, always get the right flap. It's got to have that on. We don't fit anything else. It's why it's got our name on it. It's the only thing that we use, and we love them that much that we put our name on them.
It started raining.
It's bloody freezing, isn't it?
And then
take me back to Spain, man.
And then after all of this, what you can do, is that snow?
Sleet.
But anyway, and then after all this problem's gone away, then you remember the hole that we showed you in the top of the pipe there, then you can get that repaired.
Yeah.
But getting that repaired now and fixing that hole in the wall we showed you at the start of the video,
wrong.
what they're going to do is trap them in your house, and then they're going to start chewing through plasterboard, then they're going to fall through your ceiling.
Oh, you got it down your arm, yeah.
So what's going to end up happening is you're going to block them in. It's quite funny because this is what I said on the other video, and I was getting so much.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to put all the hatred down here, Rick.
All the comments here, all the comments.
And I'll tell you something. I'm his dad. You say bad things about my son again, I will hunt you down, and I will make you feel like a rat that I'm chasing, right? Because what he's saying is right, and you ain't got a freaking clue, have you?
Yeah, you know, right? Like we're a part of one of the Pest Control pages. And I don't comment nothing on there. I'm in the background watching what everyone's saying. And they're so two-faced in that face.
Yeah.
No, I was reading through the comments and people just talking so much bullshit. And it's just like, I can't even...
Yeah.
It's just not going in.
It doesn't affect us in the slightest. Say what you like, because the truth of the matter is, keep going out, keep doing your 3 visits, keep saying block this hole up, block that hole up. Don't matter. It doesn't matter, because those clients become our clients, because it doesn't work, does it? Like on the last video and the video before and the video before. In fact, there's probably about 300 videos on our YouTube channel now, nearly 70 million views. We're getting the news out there. What are you doing? griping together. Oh, look at this, look at that, look at that.
I'm a guarantee.
You're freaking pathetic. You're freaking pathetic. And if I hear another person say, you can't guarantee rat work, well, we do.
Yeah.
We do. And guess what? In 17 years, I've never had to give a penny back. You know why? Because we go the extra yard, because we get over the garden fence, because we climb through the barbed wire, because we go where you guys won't, because you're lazy bastards. That's all it is, isn't it? You're lazy bastards, and you don't like it, the fact that we do the job right and we point out that you're shit.
And then just to reiterate, that hole that was in the wall round there,
Yeah.
all these pest controllers that were on the Facebook comments,
Yeah,
on the
yeah, they'd have blocked that up, wouldn't
they
they?
were saying, oh, I block holes all the time, and the truth is, okay, just block that hole now. Did you know where they were getting into the house in the
No,
first
they
place?
didn't,
Nobody flipping didn't.
No.
So what are you blocking the hole for?
Now,
If a rat comes through a pipe and a pipe goes underneath your house and a pipe out of the house, out of the hole in the wall, and you block that hole in the wall, that's just stopping. That's just making the rats go from the sewer and staying in your house. You need to stop the rats getting into your house from the sewers, then block the hole on the outside of your house.
yeah. Yeah, and what you've been doing, and whoever's told you how to do it, they're wrong as well. Perhaps I should start running the course. Hey?
No, they would never turn up.
No,
they
they
don't
wouldn't.
believe in anything we do.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. But we're the only ones with a money back lifetime guarantee. If you've got a pest controller coming out of your place, ask them what their guarantee is. Ask them what it's actually for. There's a few companies down in London area as well. Oh my God.
Oh, there's a few that
they're trying to copy us what they're doing.
They're just putting flaps everywhere, aren't they?
Flap, 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 flap. And they might as well be going flap, 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 flap with their mouths, aren't they? Because it's a load of crap. Because all them people who were commenting on our video on Facebook on them groups the other day that we were just talking about, they're the people. They was also moaning about these people putting flaps everywhere. And he's like, oh, use the right flap anyway if you're going to do it. And if you're going to pretend to be us, just be careful. Because our clients love us and they tell us exactly who you are. So watch yourselves.
I've got one last thing to say.
Go on.
The amount of customers that we've gone out to and the same 5 companies' names come up every single time.
Yeah,
Every
I'll
single
say
time
it.
we go to, they say the same companies' names.
Well, one of them's JG, and JG Pest Control. All the pest controllers hate JG Pest Control, you know, and they all bitch about them. But the truth of the matter is, you ain't no better. You ain't no better than JG Pest Control. You ain't no better than Rent-A-Kill, because Rent-A-Kill are just as bad, you know. It's always the same old names, isn't it? And we're going to start naming and shaming more and more of you. So either do your job right or get out of the industry. Okay, so fitting a rat flap, right? There's a little arrow on the top. There's this bolt here, okay? So this flap is going in the outlet of that one. The bolt's at the wrong end, so we undo the bolt, put it to the other end, tighten this up nice and tight. The reason we're showing you on this one, it's going to be a little bit tight going in there because you can see it's just been smashed into the top of the pipe and you can't, it's not the full pipe, but the great thing about our flaps is they're quite flexible. See how I'm moving that in and out? So that means Ricky's going to push that in there. It's usually best to hold the flap up in it when you can't kind of squeeze it in, get it in, and then once it's in place, release it and the flap will go back down. Okay, arrow on the top goes in the direction of the flow. This goes to stop it going down the pipe, or if you're using one of our fitting poles, that joins onto there, and you want to really do that up if you're using a fitting pole. Okay.
We're going to do that now anyway.
Yeah. So let's swap over.
We have to do this quickly because it's flipping cold, man.
Yeah, it's sleeting on us now.
I'd much rather be in some sunshine. This is just grim.
And if you want to see why me and Ricky have been away in Spain, have a look at this video here. We're doing some exciting stuff in Spain, not pest control related, but you might like this video that's coming up at the end.
Can I do it with my hand? Let's give it a go without the pole.
And you can see, like sometimes you'll be able to just squeeze it through the gap and then it'll flick back out. But sometimes you might have to hang in there, hang down.
If that manhole's a little bit more shallow, I would have been able to have got that in, but
So fitting pole,
I'm freezing. And I want
you
to
can get these off our store as well.
Remember, you're quite close to the mic.
Yeah,
Quite loud.
sorry. I'm so used to the old microphones where you had to shout.
So what I'm just going to do here, the one-hit wonder. This usually works.
That big lump of concrete sticking out the side, isn't it?
There we go.
So in it goes.
Can you tell I fit these every day?
That's beautifully done, Ricky.
Now what we're going to do, because what a lot of people do, what a hell of a lot of people do, they put the flap in and they're like, oh, that's it. But the truth is, the world isn't always as perfect as you think it is. So what we're going to do now is, if you give me that, I'm going to now show you. Whether it's working or not. Okay, so I've got the flash on now. I can't really fit in here, but what we're going to do, there we go, look at that, perfectly seated on the bottom, the water's running past it, that's perfect. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when it comes to these ceramic pipes, it's not always that easy, but in this scenario that was actually...
Well, if you want to get rid of your rats, if you want to get rid of them rats permanently, get a flap in. And we're going to now fit another 2 flaps in here, in that pipe and that pipe, and it's too cold to film it. So watch this video coming up of what we've been doing in Spain. We're going to fit another 2 in here, another 1 down there in the next manhole down, and this house is going to be completely covered with a rat-free lifetime guarantee, and it's money back, don't forget. So enjoy these videos and send us a message.